Hello students. Speed or velocity field activity help here. The idea here is for you to practice using the velocity formula and get outside and move around a little bit. So purpose, what animals could you elude? Here's some common velocities for animals. Cheetahs, 120, horsey, 64, even an elephant, 35 kilometers per hour. Walking Dead zombie, 9 kilometers per hour. World War Z zombie, 32 kilometers per hour. So just see where you fit in. First, mark a 10-meter distance. If you don't have a meter stick, you probably don't, no problem, take 10 big steps. So your distance should be 10 meters. I'm going to plug in some data from me, and you go ahead and do your own, of course. First blank is for your number, the second blank is for your unit. Let's say that I was able to run these 10 meters or 10 big steps in 5 seconds. Pretty slow. Hopefully you'll be much faster. So time, 5 seconds. Calculate your speed in meters per second. Well, show me how you're plugging the numbers in each time. You've got to get in the habit of doing that so that when we learn more complicated formulas, you'll be able to plug the numbers into the more complex formulas. So that's called the formula plug-in. You've got to do that each time. 10 over 5, that gives me a velocity of 2 meters per second. Then you walk it, and then you do a creative trial. Remember, it's okay if you don't have one of these. You just take 10 big steps. That should be a meter. When you get into the analysis, you might need some help there. So what you've got to do, if my speed was 5 meters per second, for example, I would do 5 times 3.6 to get kilometers per hour. So let's say I'm about 18 kilometers per hour. Well, how far could I go? How far? That means distance. So I want to solve for distance. No reason to manipulate the formula. Instead, just plug it in and solve for D, like this. If my speed was 18 kilometers per hour, use your kilometers per hour, put yours in here. Your V from step 1, basically. Write the letter D, and now solve. How far could I go in 2.5 hours? I'm going to multiply. 18 times 2.5. I don't have a calculator right now, so I'm just going to estimate and say 40 kilometers. If you have kilometers per hour, your distance then is in kilometers. Next step, how long would it take me to run a marathon at this rate? Well, same formula. My velocity is 18. You put yours in. The distance is 42 kilometers. That's 26.2 miles over T. Variables on the bottom. I'm solving for T on the bottom. So this time I'm going to divide 42 over 18. So divide on that step. Divide the kilometers by your velocity and you've got it. So for me, that's a little over 2 hours. No way I could do it that fast. So unrealistic, because here you're going fast and you're not slowing down on your trial. Could you really maintain that speed for 2 or 3 hours? Some people can, most people can't unless they train. So your conclusion now, look back at the data, write a complete sentence that relates to the purpose and include your experiment speed in kilometers per hour. For example, in conclusion, my velocity is 18 kilometers per hour, which makes me faster than a Walking Dead zombie, but not quite as fast as an elephant.